Off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going. Out of bounds.
Let's go. And the Ravens first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On 3rd down, Jackson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go, D. 48 to Mike. Go. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, y'all. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Posse, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot. You'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock. Turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens.
Let's go, fellas. Ready? Fight 51, Mike 51. Right here, right here. Check out!
And a former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Jackson. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Mike 51, Mike on 12. Okay, double up.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drop. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics. Aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 22 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Give him 30 yards there. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
21. Kill.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
48 the mic. Let's go, defense.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
56. Check 56. Go. Mike 56. Mike's 56. Red. 52.
Now Jackson to throw again. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And some Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake.
Crunch time, defense. Kill.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, They'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
51, Mike 51. 51 to Mike.
Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 19. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check 3. He's checking. Crash. You got tape. You got tape right there. Switch.
Jackson got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jackson on first down. This will be caught by Brown. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson, that is caught inside the 5. Brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 30 yards. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram taking it in. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Ravens 14, 49ers 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Garoppolo looks to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
There defensively.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want to.
Jackson going to throw again. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. The throw over the middle taken in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Fight.
48,
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And a throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
This pass into the arms of Snead. And he's got room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
You.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eric Armstead picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Coming to you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180!
Garoppolo out wide here to Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. It's a gain of 35.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big time.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. Now Gold for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
To throw is Jackson. Flush to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quan Alexander getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson eluding the pressure. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Coleman. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
White.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mostert trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. It was Marcel Harris out of Florida making the tackle that time.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 11 ball game. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run with Ingram. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.